In a recent revelation from her upcoming memoir Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom, Christine Brown Woolley exposed a major lie from Sister Wives Season 1 that highlights Kody Brown's long-standing favoritism toward Robyn Brown. Woolley recounts going into labor with her daughter Truelay while Kody abandoned her at the hospital to be with his then-fiancée, Robyn, despite Christine facing a high-risk birth and having previously suffered a miscarriage. She also reveals Kody showed little urgency or concern and later engaged in a flirtatious moment with Robyn on camera, contradicting their claims of a modest courtship. Adding to the insensitivity, Kody even discussed IVF for another wife during Christine's labor. These moments, long debated by fans, now paint a clearer picture of Kody's priorities and mark the beginning of the breakdown of the Brown family dynamic, which unraveled further in Season 19. Christine Brown Woolley just exposed a major lie from Sister Wives Season 1, and it changes everything. Sister Wives Season 19 didn't just expose Kody Brown's fractured relationships with his former wives, it practically destroyed the entire foundation the show was built on. After years of deflection and avoiding accountability, the tell-all forced the Brown family patriarch to confront his biased behavior. The cameras might have stopped rolling, but Christine Brown Woolley still has a lot to say. In her upcoming book, the ex-sister wife finally addresses one of the most controversial moments from Sister Wives Season 1. Christine Brown Woolley recalls the day Kody Brown chose his youngest wife over their daughter. In a recent Instagram reel, Woolley was seen reading a passage from her upcoming book, Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom. The excerpt brought up an incident that occurred during Sister Wives Season 1, Episode 4 when Woolley went into labor with Truelay Brown, and Kody was nowhere to be found. According to Woolley, instead of staying at the hospital with her, Kody rushed home to be with Robyn Brown. Back then, Kody and Robyn were just engaged, so for the Brown family patriarch to prioritize his fiancée over the birth of his daughter left the former sister wife feeling sidelined. He needed to check in, I don't know, the kids? Her feelings about my labor, wondered the reality star in the video before giving the camera a pointed smile. Sister Wives Season 1 was just the beginning of Kody Brown's favoritism. What made the situation even worse was the fact that Woolley had experienced a miscarriage a year before Truelay was born. Not just that, but Truelay was lying high, Christine's blood pressure was dropping, and her water had just broken. In the middle of all this, she had to call Kody herself and ask him to come back to the hospital. Meanwhile, Kody was back at the house, with absolutely no sense of urgency or concern for his wife, who was going through a lot. The fact that he could have missed the birth of his child didn't even seem like an issue to Kody, and that speaks volumes about where his priorities truly were. For years, fans of the show have debated whether Kody's detour was even needed, or if he was just using the excuse of grabbing his bag to go and spend time with Robyn. Since the rest of his family was coming to the hospital anyway, one of them could have easily brought his things to the hospital, which only adds to the shoddiness of this entire situation. Kody and Robyn Brown's inconsistent narrative about their courtship. A moment from the episode also shows Kody and Robyn sharing a kiss while trying to hide it from the cameras. This comes across as extremely hypocritical, especially since Kody and Robyn spent most of Sister Wives Season 19 insisting that their courtship was modest, pure, and church-approved. However, their carefully constructed narrative completely falls apart in this moment. What's all the more shocking is how Robyn and Kody didn't even really try to avoid the cameras. Robyn's attempt to shut the door almost felt more theatrical than sincere, and Kody even went as far as to joke about kissing his girlfriend while his wife was in labor. For Woolley, watching all of this back must have been devastating. Not only was she left to deal with a high-risk labor on her own, but she would have had to relive the moment knowing that her ex-husband was busy sharing playful moments with his then-fiancée. Kody Brown's priorities have always been messed up. Kody wasn't done being insensitive to Woolley, though, because later on, he once again makes her feel sidelined as she's actively giving birth to Truelay. Instead of being fully present and attentive to his wife giving birth, Kody struck up a conversation with the doctor and decided it was a good time to ask them for IVF advice for Mary Brown. Not only was the conversation inappropriate and unprofessional, it also shows just how little regard he had for Woolley's struggle in that moment. Even the doctor was uncomfortable responding to the Brown family patriarch because of how self-centered and tone-deaf the whole interaction was. To no one's surprise, when Robyn gave birth to Solomon Brown a year later, Kody spent every waking moment by her side. This was just the beginning of Cody's neglectful treatment of his other wives, though. It's proof that the minute Robin entered the plural family dynamic, things shifted for the others. It's no wonder Woolley chose to revisit Truly's birth in her book, since it helped her realize that Cody wasn't really committed to their marriage the same way she was. Sister Wives is available to stream on HBO Max. The show has not been renewed for season 20 yet.